was just thinking about you. Wondering if you wear the same cologne. Smell good on you. Had
What's up, YouTube?
the next boyfriend of mine.
It's me again. I know I've been on a posting frenzy, but I really felt the need to get this one out. So it's going to be a while until I post again after this, I promise. But this one I wrote last week, and I put the finishing touches on it a few days ago. So I hope you like it. All right, it's called Gravity. It's been years since she's seen him. Days upon days, hours upon hours, minutes upon agonizing minutes, and she still thinks of him. She still pictured the movement of his feet and the rhythm of his shoulders when they danced, as he laughed at her misstep. He was the most beautiful person she ever saw, and he was still the most beautiful person she ever knew, and each thought still brings her back to him. Each song she hears, every memory stuck in her membrane, she gravitates toward the thoughts of him, longing to just be in his presence. See his face, and it's been years, and she still remembers the minute details of his touch and remembered every single number of every single hair that stood on the back of her neck and each goosebump that raised on every inch of her skin just off of the hypnotizing tone of his voice when he said her name. She was still in love with the familiar stranger, the one that got away, the one that made her everything, and he was her kryptonite. He was the most powerful gravitational pull she has ever experienced in her life, pulling her back again and again, time after time, to the same place they said goodbye, the moment she wished she could revisit to start over from the end, to pursue him again. And she'd feel some kind of way when Jill Scott spoke to her, and she'd say, "I was just thinking about you." And she'd sway in her stance, feeling the breeze of his recollection, closed her eyes to reminisce, closed her eyes to feel his kiss, to lust over the softness of his lips, closed her eyes and opened her heart just to let the man who wasn't there back in. The ghost of her relationship future, the ghost who haunted her mental, her insidious digression, her secret obsession, the ridiculous nature that she just couldn't let him go, or he couldn't let her go, or they just couldn't let each other go. They just needed each other so much. A strong force in nature, yet so gentle to the touch. She couldn't understand how so many elements of their lives could keep them apart, banning this love out of their existence. But love of this magnitude can be so persistent. This undeniable pull can be so consistent. She missed him. And that was it. He was the man, and he was the one, so every man that followed was a substitute, a mere replacement, a fabricated falsification of a situation she once had. She needed to find a way to fill the hole, so she filled it with the pieces of her old love from her old life, with the new man playing housewife, still longing for the longevity of a universal, unending connection. She was dying inside, losing herself, every day drowning in deception. The love she knew deep inside, she knew she shouldn't. Digging deep, she knew she couldn't. She knew she could only feel him in her dreams, so she turned on a song and swayed and reminisces, closes her eyes and revisits, dancing slowly with gravity. Thank you.
Honestly,
Let me know what you think.
you were never good for me. And I was never good for you. I just remember what we used to do.